Where do I even begin? I'm gonna begin with the fact that anyone that blames Xabi Alonso for today's loss against Manchester City is an absolute moron. And I'm gonna explain why. Maybe the subs weren't the greatest. Maybe the starting lineup wasn't the greatest. But I'll tell you what. They ran. They played hard. They showed they were up for it, which is something that we've rarely seen from Real Madrid over the last few weeks. But the reason why, regardless of whether the starting lineup or the substitutions or whatever, is not the reason why we lost the game. The real reason why we lost the game is because we do not have a squad that is capable of winning games. And what I mean when I say that is we do not have key pieces. Injuries aside, let's say every single player in the squad was fit. We do not have a genuine center forward / target man to score when teams park the bus. And for the last 25 minutes of this match, Manchester City made 3 subs in one window. Defensive substitutions, and they parked the bus. And we couldn't punish them for playing that reserve because we have nobody to get on the end of crosses. It makes me wonder why we don't revert back to that 4-4-2 diamond with Bellingham at the top of the diamond and he just crashes the box. I still wonder why. And then you can fit in Güler, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, whoever you want in the midfield. But you've got Bellingham as a box threat. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. We don't have a left-footed right winger. Mastantuono, contrary to popular belief, is not a winger, and he didn't play today anyways. He's injured. He's left-footed, but he's more of a 10. He doesn't have that speed or that ability one-on-one to get past his man reliably or consistently in a way that Jeremy Doku does, Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so 99% of our play goes down the left. We have 3 left wingers on our roster. And I'm so tired of talking about this, but for the idiots that think that we have a squad capable of winning titles, I'm going to say it one more time. We do not have the personnel to win titles. It's so simple. Now, it's not Mbappe's fault per se, because he's been balling out, but Mbappe's signing has deharmonized the squad completely. We went from 2 left wingers who worked together in a 2-man strike partnership up top in a 4-4-2 diamond to 3 left wingers. And now one rots on the bench, even though he's a very good player. But he doesn't do very well on the right wing because he's right-footed and doesn't have that kind of pace that maybe Rafinha does to be a left-footed winger on the left wing. I don't want to see all this, oh, Xabi this, Xabi that. There were reports that Xabi's getting sacked. There isn't a manager on earth that's going to come in and win titles with this team. That's not even including injuries. Let's bring up injuries quickly. Carvajal, Trent, Militao, Alaba, Huijsen, Mendy. We've got 6 defenders out injured. And in La Liga, in our next game, on top of those 6, both Alvaro Carreras and Fran Garcia are suspended for 2 games. So I have no idea what he's going to do with that. Endrick might play left back. We'll see how that goes. But he doesn't have the resources. He doesn't have the resources. We have some conductors in midfield. We've got Arda Güler, who it could be argued that he's a liability defensively. We've got Ceballos, who maybe some people can say that he's not up to the standard, but in my opinion, Ceballos is one of our best midfielders. Ceballos, and this is going to sound crazy, and some of you will clown me, Ceballos is the closest thing we had to Cruz. Camavinga is not a Cruz profile. Tchouaméni's not a Busquets or Cruz profile, or Rodri profile. Valverde is certainly not that. Valverde's an athlete. That might piss a lot of you off. And his athleticism is very important, but it was very important in the proper systems. Like that 4-4-2 diamond when he played on the right side of a midfield 4. And was supporting the right back and supporting whoever was the striker on the right side. It's that obvious. We can't expect him to be a conductor in midfield. I haven't seen enough of Trent to know how Trent is going to look at this club. I think he's made 5 appearances. Same with Danny. This is Danny's last year, I believe. Militao is just injury FC. I don't know what goes on with Rudiger before games. Like, the guy needs to pop like 7 things of ashwagandha because some of the decisions that I watch this guy make genuinely make me want to rip my eyes out of my head. Like, what do you need to bear hug Haaland for? It's so obvious. And then I'm not even going to be mad at the goal, the corner goal, because of Courtois, because Courtois also kept it from being 4 or 5-0. So we're allowed to let the superhuman make a mistake here and there. It's no big deal. But not been a great couple months for Rudiger. Not been a great couple months for Trent. Not been a great couple months for Højsund. Somehow he's 6'5". He gets beaten there consistently. Mendy, I never ever want to see ever again. Please don't think that I'm disrespecting Real Madrid players, but I don't care for Mendy or Alaba. They have done nothing but collect wages and sit in the emergency room, and I've had enough. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. What else do I even talk about? I'm like losing my voice because I'm a little sick. Some positives. Let's go over the positives because not everything is all doom and gloom. They actually ran. It is absolutely horrendous that one of the positives I have in a home defeat to Manchester City is that I'm saying our players actually ran. For those of you viewing, you have no idea how much it pains me that that is one of the positives that I have to say. That should be a given. But unfortunately, as we've seen over the last few weeks with Madrid, they don't run. They're lazy and entitled. But moving on, another pro, Alvaro Carreras had a good game, especially after getting sent off last game. Valverde did all right at right back. Shouldn't be the case that he's playing right back, but unfortunately it is. Bellingham had an absolutely spectacular game. I think the only way the squad succeeds is if he's more of a box crasher. But if there's any game that proves that he can also be an orchestrator in midfield and somebody that just gets the play going, like that metronome in the middle of the park, if there was a game that proves he can do that, it was today. He was exceptional, constantly in between the lines, always receiving on the half turn, getting the ball forward over and over and over and over again. Fantastic. Endrick's brief cameo did quite well. Also, the best performance from Rodrigo that we've seen in maybe a year, maybe more. So there are some positives. Vinny was pretty electric. I wonder what the game would have looked like if Mbappe was on. I can tell you one thing for sure. Rodrigo would not have scored. And that's not Mbappe's fault, but Vinny and Rodrigo are just better players when Mbappe's not on the field. That's not Mbappe's fault. I'm not blaming Mbappe, but, and I've said this multiple times before, he should have never been signed. Straight up. Should have never been signed. And you guys will say, oh, but he's got 15 goals in 13 games or whatever. We're going to go trophyless. I don't care how many goals he has. He could have 50 goals in 13 games. We're still going to concede 10 a game with this shocking work rate and this shocking defense. Gonzalo Garcia played. Didn't have that many opportunities. I don't even know if he had any opportunities, but I'll tell you what. He sure as hell gave City less opportunities because Gvardiol and Ruben Diaz weren't able to pick out a 35 ball into midfield with absolutely no pressure and get Phil Foden or Cherki or Bernardo Silva on the half turn facing our own goal. Over and over and over. A lot of you guys don't understand this sport. I've been watching this sport every single day since I was a child. You guys don't get this. You think strikers and wingers is just score, score, score. That's what it was a decade ago. That is not the case anymore. Teams are too smart. They've got 8K cameras recording every single freaking game, and they look back and they watch it and they're like, how can we hurt the team? We're like, okay, well, there's virtually not a single ounce of pressure from this area of the field. So how are we going to get the ball from our defensive third to the attacking third? We're going to go through that part of the pitch where nobody moves, nobody defends, nobody pressures the ball. It's so simple, but I'll just let you keyboard warriors keep going crazy in the comments talking about, oh, you're not grateful, Madrid fans, typical ungrateful Madrid fans. Look what Mbappe is doing for you. Look what Mbappe. I'm not even saying we lost because of Mbappe, but I'm saying one thing for certain. Him and Vinny's reluctance to work hard and press is costing us games. We are conceding more goals because of it. And here's another one that a lot of you probably haven't thought of. Do you guys ever wonder why it's always our defenders that get injured? Does that ever come into your minds? Like, why is it always them? Why is it never the winger? It's because the wingers don't run. How do you get a muscle injury if you don't use your muscles? Meanwhile, Militao and Carvajal and Trent and Carreras and whoever are defending for their lives because there's no support. Tchouaméni comes back. That's about it. Valverde's looked flat this year. And honestly, how can you blame him? He's had to make up for the lack of running for the last 3 years. Same with Bellingham. Like, Bellingham looked really sharp today. But Bellingham probably logs 11 miles a game, bro. Why the hell did my screen just went black, but I'm back. That rhymed. So I'm going to leave it to you guys. Just a short video today. There's not much to talk about, in all honesty. It's obvious. I could sit here and rinse and repeat the same topic, the same topic, the same topic. We have an unbalanced squad. Our players don't care. We don't have the right pieces to win titles, let alone matches in big games in the Champions League or in the knockout stages. Plain and simple. And the players don't play for the badge. They don't want to play. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Sorry it was a short one. There's just not really much more to talk about. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your comments down below. I'd love to look through them, respond, and, you know, talk with you guys about this stuff, because clearly we're all passionate about it. And if you don't follow my TikTok, which is 1,000 times bigger than this page, my TikTok is almost at like 6K followers, go ahead. I'll leave the username down in the description. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, Hala Madrid.